Mistakes are inevitable. It doesn't matter what we do or how hard we try. We will make mistakes. And as parents, we find ourselves making mistakes every day, especially when our children are having those big emotional outbursts. We get frustrated, sometimes we get angry, sometimes we feel helpless, and we find ourselves in a place where we're not sure how to navigate through those big emotional outbursts. And there are times when we mess up, we make mistakes. But you know what? That's okay. It's okay to make mistakes because we're not perfect and we're not perfect parents, and there is no such thing as a perfect parent. However, what we have on our side is learning. We made mistakes yesterday, but we don't have to make the same mistakes today and tomorrow. We can learn, we can grow, and we can make changes so that we don't make the same mistakes over and over again. I'm Donna Palmer, child development coach and parent. Welcome to Parenting Beyond Behaviors. In this session, we are going to be talking about the 5 big mistakes we as parents make when we are faced with our children big emotional outbursts. But before we continue, I would really like for you to press the subscribe button and the bell so that every time we have a new video that comes out, you will be notified. So how about you just do that right now and we will continue. Now that you've subscribed, let's get right into the session. The first big mistakes we as parents make when we are dealing with those big outbursts is to take our child's behavior personally. Now, we are human beings, okay? And when we are on the receiving end of those big outbursts, it is very difficult for us not to take it personally. Our children, they do some things and they say some things that are not very nice. And we feel hurt. We feel like they are attacking us. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay to feel that way. But I am here to help you to understand that your child is not attacking you. Your child is not purposely doing what they're doing to get back at you. It's not about you. It's all about them. At that point in time when they are having an outburst, they are experiencing some issues within their very brain. They need something, but they do not have the skills, or they cannot access the skills to problem solve, to reason, to self-regulate, to solve their problem. So guess what? They have some learned behaviors. They have some ways of behaving that will get them what they want. So at that point in time, all they are concerned with is about getting their needs met. They might be having the big outbursts. They might be using inappropriate behaviors to get what they want, but that is all it is. It's not to get to you. It's not to hurt you. It's not about you. It's all about them. So remember, do not take your child's behavior personally. They are not attacking you. They love you. You are their parent. But at this point in time, it's all about what I want. So do not take your child's behavior personally. The second big mistake we make is to misinterpret the behavior. When we see a behavior happening, we tend to make excuses for those behavior. You know, there are times when your child might be having an all-out temper tantrum, and I would hear parents would say something like this: "Oh my, Johnny, I know you're tired. You didn't sleep well last night. That's why you're behaving the way you are." So we see the behavior and we make an excuse for the behavior. Sometimes we see the behavior and we call it something else. For instance, if we might see our child having a tantrum and we would think that they're having a meltdown. And we'll be like, oh, Johnny, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're so sad because you didn't get that toy. And I know you really want that toy. And we're approaching the behavior as though it were a meltdown when it is, in fact, a temper tantrum. So it is important for us to be able to interpret the behavior for what it is. Call out the behavior for what it is. If Mary is telling a lie, call out the behavior. Mary, you are telling a lie right now. So instead of misinterpreting the behavior, we want to observe the behavior objectively and call it out for what it is. Mistake number 3. We react. And listen, don't feel bad about yourself. Don't beat up on yourself. This is real life. And I don't know about you, but when I am dealing with my own children and they are having an outburst, there are times when it is so hard for me to contain myself and I react. And I know I shouldn't, but it's just reality. This is just real life. We can't get it right every single time. But the key is to know where we're making the mistakes and to endeavor to change those mistakes so that we don't make them again. And the more we change, the more success we are going to have. So there are times when we react by getting angry and lashing out, or we over empathize. We feel like at this time my child is having an outburst. It's a meltdown. I need to hug them. I need to comfort them. I need to be there with them. I need to support them. And as a result, we give in to the outburst by over empathizing. One of the things that we have to learn to do when our children are having those big outbursts is to count to 5, take a deep breath, collect yourself, get yourself together and recollect the strategies that you need to use for that particular situation and use the appropriate strategies instead of reacting. Now, I would ask you to think about everything that I'm saying and if it's resonating with you. If as I'm talking, you feel like, wow, I experience this all the time. Oh, I was doing that and I didn't even realize that I shouldn't be doing that. Or, this is just new to me. This is new information. Just drop a comment in the comment box. That is going to help me when I am trying to help you. So leave me a comment. That would be really, really appreciated. Mistake number 4 is too much explanation. When our children are in this mind frame where they are having an all-out outburst, there are times when they're angry because they can't get what they want. And we feel the need to explain. We feel the need to go through this big scenario and help them to understand why we're doing what we're doing or why we're not doing what they want us to do. And we get into this big explanation, justifying ourselves. And at the end of the day, really what we're doing is feeding into that outburst. So we need to understand that at this time when an outburst is happening, our child is in a frame of mind where they are not even listening or ready to listen to what you're saying. So the explanation, it is not necessary. What the explanation is doing is giving your child that rope where they can wheel you in and wheel you in until you get to a place where you are actually feeling like you are the one that is causing this outburst to happen. So we do not need to give any explanation at this time. What we need to be doing is evaluating the situation. Go back, take a deep breath, count to 5, understand what is happening, and look at our other resources that we have where we teach you to understand why the behavior is happening and what to do about those behaviors. Use the right strategies to overcome those behaviors instead of giving explanations that are unnecessary. Mistake number 5, we give in. When we are on the receiving end of those big emotional outbursts, it is not easy. There are days when we get tired, we get frustrated, and we are drained emotionally, physically, spiritually. And all we would like to have is a peace of mind and to keep our sanity. So we resort to giving in. But when we give in to those outbursts, what we're saying to our children is, the bigger the outburst, the bigger the payoff. We need to stand our ground. We need to use the right strategies to help our children handle those outbursts. And in doing so, we will be able to stand our ground and not give in. Let's recap the 5 mistakes that we make as parents. Number 1, we take our children's behavior personally. Remember, it's not about you, it's all about them. Mistake number 2, we misinterpret the behavior. Remember to observe the behavior objectively and call it out for what it is. Mistake number 3, we react. We either get angry or we over-empathize. Remember to count to 5. Calm yourself down and move into your plan and use your strategies that you have. Number 4, we explain. Use minimum words as possible or no words at all. Number 5, we give in. Remember to stand your ground. Now, if you are serious about making changes, if you are serious about redirecting yourself, join our community, the Simplified Parenting Community. Click the link below and join the community. Here you will get the support, you will get the resources, you will get the tools that you need to help you to move from making mistakes to doing things the effective way. Now, not only are you going to get resources and support, you are going to have people who are going to hold you accountable as you journey on this pathway. Our goal is to help you to overcome. It is our goal that you have peace in your home again. It is for your child to learn how to self-regulate so that your life can be at peace. Join the community. Click the link below. Keep your ears open for the notification. Our next video is going to be talking about how to handle the terrible twos. I'm Donna Palmer, child development coach and parent, and this is Parenting Beyond Behaviors. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.